Well, if you have ever been at a ceremony and the master of ceremony introduces the guest of honor as Professor so and so or Dr. so and so, the titles reflecting their academic qualifications. And at the same time, if the peasant interrupts immediately after the guest of honor has started speaking, what feeling do you think will come to the public? Or what do you think might happen to that other peasant? On the other way around, if the professor or a doctor or a master's holder interrupted a peasant talking, what do you think will happen? Well, I'm trying to dive into the direction of how we associate people who are academically successful in Uganda. In 2018, I applied for a master's program at Makerere University, and in this case, my reason was one. I wanted to get a master's because in Uganda, salaries or remunerations depend on your qualification. The higher you study, probably the more money you get. I mean, if you are a certificate holder, you may not earn the same as a diploma holder. A diploma holder may not earn the same as a degree holder. A degree holder may not earn the same as a master's holder. So, to be brief, in Uganda, mostly research shows that people study for majorly two reasons. One is that they want respect and prestige. Somebody wants to go for a master's as early as possible so that he can be called. At his age, he holds a master's degree. Wow. So that other respect you want to command from the public, having attained a higher qualification at a low age, you feel prestigious. Then too, they study high so that they can tap into high-paying jobs, and that was the reason as to why I was applying. However, I realized my reason was weak. One can still earn big, irrespective of the qualification. In this list, I want to give you 6 international successful entrepreneurs who have made it to the top, irrespective of their qualification. In fact, they are not seen anywhere beginning their businesses after attaining degrees. And number one on the list is Bill Gates. A national military scholar, Bill Gates, started programming personal computer software at the age of 13. Well, at the age of 13 in Uganda, you're still a kid. But he enrolled at Harvard in 1973 and dropped out before graduating and founded Microsoft. Bill Gates now invests much of his wealth into the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which works to enhance healthcare and reduce extreme poverty in developing countries. I don't know how many professors are doing so. Steve Jobs is on my number 2 list. The late personal computer pioneer Steve Jobs attended the college in Portland, Oregon, before dropping out and co-founding Apple Incorporations. Jobs quoted and said, "I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and no idea how college was going to help me figure it out. And here I was spending all of the money for my parents that they had saved their entire life. So I decided to drop out and trust that it would all work out." And surely Steve Jobs dropped out, and right now he's a CEO of Apple Inc. Number 3 is Jessica Alba. Well, she might be best known for her roles in award-winning films like Sin City, but Jessica Alba is also a successful entrepreneur. In 2011, she co-founded the Honesty Company, which specializes in eco-friendly and non-toxic baby and household cleaning products. According to the latest figures, the company is now worth well over $1 billion. But while she might be a successful actress and entrepreneur, Alba got to where she was without a college degree. She got there without a college degree. The other number 4 international figure is Richard Branson. He might be a high school dropout. He struggled throughout and left at the age of 16. But Richard Branson is proof you don't need a formal education to succeed. Alright. Speaking with a British politician in 2013, the self-made billionaire questioned whether hands-on experience wasn't for some people more valuable than school. University is definitely important. If you are learning science, or if you're learning technology, or you want to become a mathematician, there university is so important. But the real question is, can it teach people entrepreneurship? Or is it better that people actually get out to the real world and learn by throwing themselves in the jungle? The title of his book might give you a clue as to where he stands on this. His book is entitled "The Secrets They Want to Teach You at the Business School." You can download it and read it on Amazon. Number 5 on the list is Markus Zuckerberg. The Facebook co-founder, Markus Zuckerberg, launched the social network in February 2004 as a Harvard online site, but quickly it expanded to several other US colleges. Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard in his sophomore year to work exclusively on the project. The biggest risk is not taking any risk, he quotes in his list. Leaving Harvard might have been a big risk, but it was one of worth taking. Today, the site has over 1.8 billion active monthly users, and after initial public offering in February 2012, it became the fastest company in the Standard and Poor's 500 index to reach a market cap of $250 billion. Now, number 6 is Oprah Winfrey. A college education was never something Oprah Winfrey considered an option. Born in Mississippi, her years were about survival than anything else. Extreme poverty. She recalls having to wear potato sacks as overalls. Sexual abuse and teenage pregnancies defined her childhood. She quoted and said, "There is no such a thing like failure. Failure is just life trying to move us in another direction." Oprah Winfrey, the CEO of Oprah Media Group. But against all odds, she won a full scholarship to Tennessee University, where she studied performing arts. While at college, she got a lucky break and was offered a job at a local radio station as her career took off. She dropped out of college. Through hard work, grit, and determination, she went on to be the most famous and successful talk show host in the world. Today, she's the 5th wealthiest self-made woman in the US. Now, let me bring you a little back home. You've heard of Serena Hotel, but have you ever figured who the owner is? Blaimu Mwanga Kibirige, or BMK, as is abbreviated, is the man behind this. Well, He was born on 2nd October 1953 in Kalungu district, before it was carved out of Masaka district, to the late Haji Ali Kibirige, who was a successful businessman, and the late Mariam Kibirige. BMK did not go far with the school. He stopped in primary 7 and joined his father's business. Although BMK did not attain enough education, he managed to educate all his children. That is one thing. And at one of the best schools and universities around the world. Perhaps his children are all successful with the help of their father. Nevertheless, BMK has no regret for not attending school to its fullness, because he attained everything school could offer. Now, if you know the person I'm talking about is the person that you're seeing in the photos, he owns all those other assets. Why have I narrated all these other stories? There is one thing. Financial education is different from, I always call it financial literacy, is a little different from academic education. I mean, this other form of education. You know, the CEO of Alba, Jack Ma, quoted and said, formal education is important, but not everything. So, as you attain all these, think of financial education is all what I'm trying to drive you to. You can still succeed and make all the money, even without qualifications. I don't know how many professors can be allowed to speak before Bill Gates. I don't know how many in Uganda would talk before BMK Mwonge. I've never found out how many PhDs Godfrey Kirumira holds, but these are the wealthiest men we've seen in Uganda. So, it is the other investment, but if you're thinking of investing in here small, please try all directions. You can still attain success if you are determined. Thank you. For all some comments, you can drop your comments below and I will respond. And don't forget to subscribe on this other channel. Be blessed.